Big throws, knockdown, and springs forward with the drive rush. Player 2 will use it against for a super art.
Up for Busta Wolf! Is this a game changer?
Barely blocks the jumping. Sandblast! Will we see a drive attack? Handy finishes it with the anti-air. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in. Combo with the target combo. Catch them into the corner. Good parry there and back throw for the side switch. What are they thinking here? Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Oh, easy tech. They block the overhead, and player 1 chases them down. Life Feed opens up, brings out the super art. What a finish. Great meat on the life gauge there. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Stop the attack by using a drive parry. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Decent. Player 1 holding, bends the meter, hoping for a good return. Both fighters, they were right to be on guard there. Untouchable, impetuous, impregnable, and perfect. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Coming through. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. The combo's there. Goes for the throw. Player 1 has them legit shook in the corner. Solid throw tech. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Takes a KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Goes with a projectile for their opening shot. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Was looking for that jump attack. Rising uppercut. Drive rush to keep it going. Dashes. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Charges forward. They are really going at each other this round. The reads they make now will be key. They've got the meter for a drive impact. Back into the corner. What setup do they have? Dashes up. Connects with the throw. Power wave. They're all in with the rush. Tensions are running high. It's out the gate right there. This is gonna kill. No doubt about it. Flatline zone. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Time to get down to business. The first round starts now. Throw zone. What's next? Projectile to try and change the situation. Big counter. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. What are they thinking here? Both fighters at 50% health. Grabs them. Neither of them willing to back off. Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Player 2, burnout triggered. KO. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Rising uppercut. Jumps, checks that jump in easily. Now they can go on the offensive. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. They've got the meter for a drive impact. Knockdown and... Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner. He closes it with a classic corner throw. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Tries to make something happen with an overdrive art. Combo! Let's go! Ooh, what a smart throw! What now? Ooh, you never... All in with the rush! Connects with the throw! Player 2 Can't let this simmer. They gotta start forward throwing. Laying the pressure on Thick.
Godlike carry.
Player 2 is looking at a grim situation with Burnout.
Links it.
Players, how did they read that throw? Hard.
Spends it all on the super. Not shot one bit about it.
Are we gonna see if Captain tries to make something happen? What a finish!
That was catch as catch can as you're gonna get in a fight.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Dashes forward. Takes him all the way to the corner with that. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Throws him. What's next? Takes a trip. We are near the end of the round. Can either fighter pull a rabbit out of their hat here? KO! Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Combo with the target combo. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup? They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. Keeping them away. Awesome! Springs forward with the drive rush. Charges forward. Experiencing burnout. Perfect! Uses the gauge for a super arm. Fights out of the corner, back to the center of the stage. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. A drive impact should aid it. Ends the meter. Good heads-up play going for that combo to do enough damage to finish the round. Player 1 took no time to finish that fight.
Round 1. Fight.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. The combo's there. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. They got a ton of damage off that opening. Can they do it again? Can't tech the throw? Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Gets him. Player 1 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Close them. What's next? Drive rush to keep it going. Burnout activates. Player 1 has... Ooh!
Lands a rising uppercut.
A super art?
Backs them into the corner in a hurry.
Going in? Lands the back throw.
Hits them with a stopping block.
Perfect input. Not letting up. Springs forward with the drive rush. KO. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here?
Carried to the corner. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Cherry's hungry like a wolf and doing some things. Oh man, help!
Thompson can try to make something happen with an overdrive arc. Uh-oh. This could really tip the scale.
And then betting it all on the drive run.
Connects with the throw. Walls flat into the guard frame.
That corner is starting to look scary.
What now? Oh my god, what a throw tech.
Can this drive bring them back?
Oh my, turn out, but they make...
Oh, it's enough.
Player 1 clinches the win. But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that.
Power win. Adds a bit of OD spice there.
Bends the gauge on the drive rush. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. All right. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Nails the anti-air. Gets the jump in. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Oh, burnout triggered. They're going for the in there. Player 1 with a good start to the fight, but can they keep it up?
Hits them with a stopping block.
Lands a punish counter for the first hit.
The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage.
Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Jump! Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Both fighters planning something, springs forward with the drive rush.
Links it!
Guy's lead is there. Oh, burnout triggered. Racer hits. We're going to keep good heads-up play going for that combo to do enough damage to finish the round. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Sets up with the jump in. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. This is a complete shutdown. They can't.
The overhead denied!
Medium kick.
Links it!
Quick medium post. Connects with the throw. Oh, they changed sides. Over in a flash. Gotta hand it to both of our... Give me that drama. Give me that grime. Are y'all ready? It's fight night time.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Lots of aggression from both sides. Opts for the throw. Knockdown. Both fighters will want to utilize what little drive gauge they have. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Taking stock. We are near the end of the round. Can either fighter pull a rabbit out of their hat here? In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes.
A drive impact could end it all here!
Whiffs the throw. Going in? Goes KO. Player 2 wins the first round and is now riding a huge wave of momentum. Looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Awesome! Earlier, we saw a nice comeback with some very tough mental fortitude on display. You know the opponent isn't going to forget that. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive returns. They quickly get back into the corner of the stage. Burnout activates. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. A quick breather. Quick turns out. Super art. Big opportunity coming. Back into the corner. What setup to the solid anti-air. Somehow manages to block the jump in. Player 2. This unleashes some big damage. The flatline zone. Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Tries to set the tone with that charging attack. Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. What's the play here? Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. Pressuring them in the corner. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. What a finish. Great read on the life gauge there. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Perfect input. Not letting up. Sticks the combo. Player, this is gonna be bad news. Flash knock. Will we see a drive impact? Both fighters planning something? Oh, burnout triggered! Player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Oh no, they're stunned! Uses the target combo as a filler. Ooh, you never know what can happen. Burns out! Not looking good. The corner's a bad place to be. Player breaks through with the throw. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Not looking too impressed with this super. Uses the game for the super. They're not playing around here. What will they do next? Burnout, but they may have a plan here. Player 1 is in burnout. Impact squashed. Looking for a hole. Fires a blast.
Could we see a drive impact here?
Yes.
Okay, no, all in with the shot.
Player 1 can't win this without. There's a burnout. Notice the flatline zone. Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who is going to come out on top in this fight?
Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Tries to throw but doesn't connect. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Player 1 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Gets the jump in. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter.
A drive impact could end it all here.
Breaks the block with a throw. Going in. Still scrapping for control of the space. Side switch in the corner. Not much life left, but their drive using KO. That's what happens when...
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Checking their opponent. Clear that neither of them wants to be in the corner. Plenty of time left. How's the match going to play out? Player 2 has the life lead. Now they get pushed into the corner, or it's going to be very difficult to escape. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Knockdown. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Goes for the level 2 super crazy. Set up that punching bag. Nice. Sees the combo through and takes the round. Player 2 wins the first round and is now riding a huge wave of momentum. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Medium kick. Perfect input. Not that enough. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Going in. Player 1 has a chance. Oh, in there. That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances.
Round 1.
How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Waiting for the opponent to make the first move. Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. No good up high. Blocks the jump in. Decides to go in with the target combo. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. Sticks the jump in. Player 1 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. Taking stock. Opts for the throw to close it out. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Spends the gauge for the drive reversal. Gets the jump in. Combo with the target combo. Sandblast. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. They've got the meter for a drive impact. Both fighters planning something? Jumps in. Side switch in the corner. A quick breather. Rising uppercut. Player 1 has the chance to win the round if they can put their drive to good use. Goes with the face stuff with that target. Uses the gauge for KO. Player 2.
Now, find a new rival.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Gets a chance with that jump. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Takes a trip. Was looking for that jump attack. Checks him with the projectile. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. Taking stock. Player 1 chases him. KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Awesome. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Using their drive to maximize their damage. Scrapping it, drive rush to keep it going. Player 2 has a slight life lead. A drive impact could end it all here. Springs forward with the drive rush. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. They are really going at each other.
Betting it all on the drive rush. Drops him hard.
Going in? Ooh, what a smart throw! Forward rush. Player 2 can't use any drive through. Gotta play it safe. Closes it out. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Hits the drive.
This is it. Who's gonna take it all? Player 1 will look to apply pressure here.
Links it.
Clutch anti-air. Ooh, you net reads the throw and escapes.
What's that all?
Back to the corner. Are we gonna play impact peekaboo? Reversal. Drive rush.
Perfect execution with the anti-air.
Player 2 has a pair
Tops off the tank and scores the win.
Player 1 is a force to be reckoned with. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Changes things up with an overhead. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Blocks the jump in. Knockdown. There's a drive rush to throw the opponent off balance. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Life lead opens up. Sandblast! Shoots off a fireball up close. Active drive rush to keep it going. Finishes things off with authority with that big punish counter. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Jumps. Springs forward with the drive rush. Who will gain control of the match in the early going. Looking for a chance. Porter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. Experiencing burnout, wraps it up with a decisive combo. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. They choose to run it back. Let's get right to it. The combo's there. There's a drive rush to throw the opponent off balance. Well, they managed to escape the corner, but they can't let their guard down. This is the perfect range to reach out and checks that jump in easily. Now they can go on the offensive. Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Throws him. What's next? Knockdown. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Life lead opens up. Takes a trip. Player 2 creates a good corner opening, and that's a KO. Timed that perfectly. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Checks him with the projectile. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. Perfect input, not letting up. Hit springs forward with the drive rush. Flash knuckle.
It's a good spot
To use the super. Big super on this. It's on. Will we see a drive impact? Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen?
The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage.
Both fighters planning something? Player 1 is not in a good place health-wise, but with a super art in play, it's still not over. Close-range projectile. Fireball into the corner. They're trying to force the opponent to the KO. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Parries the projectile. Now what's the follow-up? Throws him down. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Denies the attack and... all right. Player 1 chases them down. Will the drive parry here open things up for them? Player 2 is using their drive liberally. Did well to get the buff in. Oh, easy tech. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or are they in trouble here? Gets the jump in. Knockdown. Goes for the super art. Vulcan blast. But drive rush to keep it going. The projectile connects, not giving the opponent any chances.
Round 2.
Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Springs forward with the drive rush. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with the meter advantage. Knockdown and... Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. What's the next move? Nails the anti-air. Goes for the fireball. Drive rush to keep it going. Will we see a drive hit burnout? Expect the tempo of the match to kick. Yo, are they actually dead? The super art doesn't kill. They gotta focus to finish this off. Player 1 will look to KO. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. Oh, we're not done yet. Looks like they're both worn down. That drive impact doesn't get through. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Stops the attack by using the drive kick. Knockdown. This is where things will get interesting as the damage starts to pile up on both fighters. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Goes for a drive rush. They're looking to keep on the offensive for as long as possible. KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Springs forward with the drive rush. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. They're laying into each other. Both fighters have a full ends the meter, hoping for a good return. The Pale Rider hits. Now they've got him trapped. How are they gonna get out? Marina. Agent drive rush to keep it going. Connects with the throw. Forward rush. Experiencing burnout.
The practice on the cage right there.
This is gonna kill. No doubt about it. Dig it out. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Goes to the overdrive. Throws them to negate the block. Still slugging it out here. Player 2 chases them down. All right, what's coming up next? I wonder how both fighters will adapt to what we've seen so far. Takes a trip. Gets a crucial back throw. Big counter.
A drive impact could end it all here. Burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to kick.
Player 2 can't afford mistakes without that drive in there. Player 2 Takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Pokes with a medium kick. Who's going to start things off? Brushes off the impact. Dashes forward. Will gain control of the match. Oh, burnout triggered. Player 2, drive runs to keep it going. Goes for the super art early to try and establish a big life lead from the get-go. Springs forward with the drive rush. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Jump? Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Their life is hanging by a thread. They gotta lean heavily on the forward rush. Player 1, burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal? What's next? Will we see a drive that turns out? What a finish! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Starts things off with a jump in. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? The feeling out phase is over. Time to get down to business. They're experiencing burnout. Just frame Knuckles, looking to impress with this super.
Takes him down with a tail rider. Time for the ground and pound.
Marina. Player 1 anticipated that throw. Player 2 is in burnout state. A very precarious drop that off. Throws him. Oh, here we go.
Getting a call on the drive run.
Finds the target. A rare chance here. They gotta do something. That corner is starting to look scary.
Player 2 goes all in with the uppercut. All in with it is over.
Player 2
Straight up outplayed them. Talk about a David and Goliath situation.
The first round begins. Connects with the throw. Perfect input. Not letting up. Player 2 chases them down. All right. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Neither of them is willing to back off here. Knockdown. Checks him with the projectile, feeling out the spacing. Big counter. Gets him. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. They've got the meter for a drive impact. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Experiencing burnout. Hits them with a stop and pop. Super art on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Oh, says no to the impact. Gotta do better than that. Knocked him out of the air. Medium kick hits. Are they going to be able to come back? Reversal. Gets him in there. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Manages to block the jumpman attack. Flash knuckle. Looking to impress with this super. It's time to go in. The Pale Rider snatches them.
They're looking to end things right here.
Player 2
Is in a very good spot now. Both sides getting ready. Could we see it goes to the air?
Are we gonna see a comeback here? This is so tense. Forward look. Gets him with a Euro step. Ugh, scuff him. Reversal. A real test of nerves here.
Ugh, take a seat.
Burn out, but they may have a plan here. Player 2
Can't use any. Here comes the boom. They are done.
Player 2 clinches the win. But that
Street Fighter 6. Battle Roll. Get in there! A new warrior has entered the ring!
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Round 1. Fight!
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. You gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Lays on the pressure with the projectile. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Deftly shuts out the jumper. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. Surprises them with a drive rush. Neither of them willing to back off. With the throw. Player 1 is holding on to that corner advantage. Good heads-up play going for that combo to do enough damage to finish the round. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Rattles them with a spinning burst. Yo, put that away. Springs forward with a drive rush. Player 2 is working drive rush to keep it going. Knockdown and player 2 will look to apply pressure. Burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Oh, gets the air throw. Risky up-close scrap still going. Barely blocks the jump in.
Links it!
Are we gonna see a comeback? Closes it out! Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Who will come out on top? Are you serious? They had a read on that jump in the whole time? Smart play with the throw. Both fighters look to set things up. All in with the rush! Okay, here we go. Forward throw. Laying the pressure on things. Finds the target. Perfect. Player 1 with the rhythm, owning that space. Uh-oh. This could really tip the scales. Player 2, he poses. Here's the throw. Is denied. What a finish. Player 1 faced the giant and walks away unscathed. What a win. The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in. Combo with the target combo. Still slugging it out. Got some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Knockdown. Player 2 chases them down. Sticks the combo. With the life gap open, KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Impaler incoming. Jumps up, springs forward with the drive rush. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive refresh. The fighters return to the middle of the stage. Going in, smart use of the invincibility on the overdrive tension. Grabs and throws them. They're going for the super art. Drive rush to keep it going. SDK hits. Player 1 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. Drive rush. Player 1 gotta do better than that. Turns out. What a finish! We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Nice fireball. Rattles them with a spinning bird. All in with a rush. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Escapes the corner. What are they gonna do? Spits out a kick. Betting it all on the drive run. Can they convert off the Tenku kick? Both sides getting throws them. That corner is starting to look scary. Back into the corner. What setup to break through with the throw?
Chun-Li.
Ooh, I dare you to find me a better match than that. Get up and tell them what's good.
We are here in the first round. Which one of them will let their fists do the talking? Medium kick. Fires off an overdrive art. Adding that to the mix will change the pace of the match and keep the opponent on their toes. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. Sticks the combo. Player 1 chases them down. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Jump, gets them. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Medium kick. Are we going to see some fireworks here? The grab misses. Sandblast. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Player 1 chases them down. Springs forward with the drive rush. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Going in. Shows a medium kick. Drive rush to keep it going. Player 2 will look to burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Hits them with a stop and bop. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Player 1 might have just shifted this round into high gear. Will they go all in without drive? Closing moments of the match. Opts for the critical art. This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. Flatline zone. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Launches with a Tenku kick. Box him with a target combo. Tries to throw but doesn't connect. The drive rush to try and keep up the attack. There's a corner switch. All right. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Player 2 chases them down. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? And a super activation, looking to score some juicy damage. Player 1 springs KO! Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Medium kick. Who's going to start things off? Dashes up. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Flash knuckle. Knockdown and Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Breaks the block with a throw. Drive rush to keep it going. Anti-air drops him. Springs forward with the drive rush. Player 2, oh, burnout triggered. Goes for the jump in. Player uses the gauge for a super art. Player 2 is working with a better game. What can they do with it? Will we see a drive in? Got him up against the wall and the stun is there. KO. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? The last round. It's now or never. Serenic overhead. This is a bad situation to be in. A parry? Scrambling here to avoid that corner. Forward rush. Connects with the throw.
Getting it all on the drive rush.
A back throw for damage and vital positioning. Player 1 walls flat into the guard break. Amazing. No throws him. How long can this offensive assault continue? What's next? The overhead denied. That corner is starting to look scary.
No hesitation or regret. Hits him with that hit-ass dummy.
Sends him a personalized telegraph with that frightening critical art. Can they muster up the nerves to fight back and take this round?
No one could have called that.
Player 1 delivers the upset. That's one for the replays. Where Fight uses their drive gauge. Shuts that down with a parry. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Those aren't working here. There's a drive rush to throw the opponent off balance. Throws him down. Nice tech. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. Neither of them willing to back off here. Knockdown. Experiencing burnout. Player 1 chases him down. Closing moments of the match. It's a good spot to use the super. Player 1 needs to hold out until they're dropped. The projectile connects, not giving the opponent any chances. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Hits with the overhead. Player 1 is working with a better game. What springs forward with the drive rush. Not drive rush to keep it going. Zones with the fireball. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. They got the leader for a drive impact. The Pale Rider hit. Now they've got him trapped. How are they going to get out? They're thinking of scoring big off this gauge use. Player 1 will look to apply pressure and eats it. This may turn into a big burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Connects with the throw. Dangerous range here. A parry? Surprise! Overhead, but it won't work. Player 1 has depleted their drive here, but they are still within range to win this round. This is a quick wraps it up with a throw. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. This is it. Who's gonna take it all? Uses the target combo as a filler. Poses them with the kicks. Player 2 links it. Just frame knuckles. Player 1 can't use drop drive rush. Quick medium poke.
We're betting it all on the drive rush. All in with the rush. Carries to the court super art to show up what a PhD and fighters can do for you. Hits him down with the super. Now that's how you take a round.
Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Nice parry. Goes for the drive rush there. Had the radar up and running. Goes for the throw. Player 2 needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. Stops the attack by using a drive parry. All right, what's coming up next? Does a good job of pushing back. The attack is parried. They were looking up. Checks them with the projectile. Player 1 will have to fight back here without any drive. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach, or Bing springs forward with the drive rush? A gutsy fireball gives them the round. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Drive reversals blocked. Spinning bird kick. Rattles them with it's a good spot to use the super. Burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Both fighters planning something? Player 1 hits the bar, wraps it up with a decisive combo. Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win. This is crucial. The opening round is about to begin. Deal some damage with that quick combo. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. If they can't escape this rock-solid corner pressure, this round is over. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Neither of them willing to back off here. Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. Taking stock. With this super art connect, Player 1 has completely used all of their drive gauge, but they still have enough life left to drive rush to keep it going. Player 2 can't use any more drive without burning out. Closing moments of the match. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Goes for the rush. Sneaks in the throw. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Rattles them with a spinning bird. Still slugging it out at this range. Spinning bird kick. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Will he in there? This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Opts to create space to start. The last round. It's now or never. Clean parry. Forward throw. Laying the pressure on thick. Player 1 can't let this simmer. All the throw connects. Both sides getting ready. Could we see a D9? Keeps cool and locks them out. That final push at the end paid off in spades. When you have a chance to finish things, you gotta take it.